Well, Carl, I'm kind of excited about this coming Wednesday session for our Building Contractors program, the second in the series. We had a lot of success with it last year, and we expect a lot of people at this kickoff session. We're going to be giving them a lot of information. Maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, let me tell you, Bob, we're getting phone calls to the offices of Empowering New Haven. I can't even tell you how many phone calls have come in, and I've actually added those names onto our mailing list so we can get that information out.
Great.
But we're looking at trying to magnify the effect that we had from the first class. This second class, we're really hoping to have a full class of folks who are already up and established, as well as a healthy balance of folks who are looking to start their own
out the
businesses.
program. Yeah,
that's right.
So the program, the Building Contractors program, I like it because it serves two types of clients from the empowerment zones. Number one, people who are just getting started in the contracting business, who have been doing it for a while and need some direction and some business acumen. And then the folks that are out there that, you know, they've done some general contracting and they've got the, you know, they want to go to the next step to bid on perhaps some city work and that type of thing. So this program has something for both of them.
Absolutely. These classes are geared toward, well, you know, I don't have to tell you, but they're geared toward building the business capacity of folks. Not really touching too much on the technical aspect, although we do have a mentoring program put in place, but more so to give folks, you know, a touchy-feely, a more basic understanding of, you know, the avenues that will take them to a bigger success. Those things are estimating, scheduling, cost control, project cost control, construction accounting, really understanding how the money works and really trying to make sure that they can get a benefit toward increasing the profitability of the business.
Right, that's the whole idea, is to help these folks become profitable so that they can make a very good living from it, perhaps pass it on as a legacy to their children.
Absolutely, and also, you know, helping them to understand and actually developing a relationship between them and our partners.
Right.
We have some phenomenal partnerships in this process. We're working with the Greater New Haven Business and Professional Association, who hosts one of our business resource centers, as well as the Spanish American Merchants Association, who hosts the second site, and we're now collaborating with CMSDC, which is the Connecticut Minority Supplier Development Council.
Right. Dr. Fred McKinney.
Absolutely, the Association of General Contractors. I mean, we've got the SBI that's working with us. We have Gilbane, who works on the school-based contracts, school-based construction contracts. I mean, there's just a host of partners here that really are coming together and really are very sincere about what they want to help us accomplish in this initiative.
You know, those are all great programs and organizations. What it does for the people who come into this building contractors training class, it gives them somebody to network with, somebody to ask questions to. It's a resource for them if they have a certain problem. Now we have the connection. They know who to talk to.
Right.
They've met them face to face, and they're comfortable going to them for answers.
That's right.
And that's part of what the program offers. Carl, I know one of the important components of this new program is our selection process. There's obviously a lot of people and emerging entrepreneurs in the construction area that would like to get into this class. But I'm sure they all want to know a little bit about the selection process and how it works.
Well, first and foremost, Bob, the program is geared toward empowerment zone residents and or businesses. So first priority does go to those who are operating and or have an ambition to operate within the empowerment zone, or empowerment zone residents who are already operating within the city of New Haven.
Right.
In addition to that, they can fill out an application. Application packets will be available on the 14th at the information session.
Right, they're handouts. Everybody can have one.
Those applications will go back to you. You and I, as well as a few others from our advisory committee, will review those applications, and then we'll set up interviews with everyone who actually qualifies. And after the interview process, the group will emerge, and we will select a group of 10 empowerment zone contractors, or hopefuls, who are folks who are not necessarily set up in business yet. And it'll be a healthy balance of both. Good.
We'd like to see a lot of different types of contractors get into the program. It's great that we keep the classes small because the learning process is much easier. There's one-on-one communication between the teachers and the students, and it kind of just makes everything more simplified.
Yeah, it's a much easier learning environment.
Yeah.
It's been tested and
Right.
proven, and
Right.
I mean, you yourself saw in the last class that folks were so excited about being there, and the process was moving avidly. I was amazed at the fact that folks didn't even want to take a break.
Right. I actually, that surprised me too, Carla. Everybody just wanted to get into it
Yes.
because they were hungry for this kind of information, and somebody finally was giving it to them, and so they just soaked it all up and just ran with it and just wanted to continue and continue and continue.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can get that same kind of feeling with the next class that starts. Classes actually start on, I believe, April 14th, but this selection process starts on March 14th with the kickoff and informational session. So we're kind of hoping that we'll get a lot of participants to the program. We're doing a mailing. The word is going to be out, and we're looking forward to another successful program.
You know, one of the huge benefits to completing this program, which just astounds me to this day, is that folks are able to tap into additional dollars to continue their education.
That's right. That's something we haven't talked about yet. Why don't you say a little bit about that?
That's critical. Empower New Haven has structured this program so that upon the conclusion of this class, not only will the contractor walk away with a gift card to help, decrease their costs for supplies, but they also get the opportunity to further their education. Technical experience in whatever they feel the development need is, up to $600 per candidate.
That's a fabulous benefit just for going through the program.
Just for going through
I
the
know
program.
because some of the people from the last course actually took some courses at Gateway
That's
Community
right.
College.
That's right.
They have a construction program, and there's a lot of elaboration on some of the things that we start on in the program, so it really works well.
John Benz over at Gateway Community College has been wonderful. Gateway, again, is another one of our partners, very committed in the process, and John's classes have been helping people for years. And I don't know that the Empowerment Zone contractors even knew about it, but now we can provide that link to them.
Right.
He comes into the class, he talks about it. It's just a great partnership.
Yeah, I think connecting is a good word here. First off, Carla, I'd like to just make one quick correction on the start date of the classes. I said April 14th. That was incorrect. The classes actually start on Monday, April 9th, and continue on consecutive Mondays till the end of the classes.
Right.
Some of the teachers involved come from the Gilbane Construction Company, as you know, one of the larger construction organizations in the Northeast.
We have R2D Corporation.
R2D Corporation, which is, they do a lot of city work on schools. They're volunteering their time and services.
We have Carrington Financial Services as well.
Marcina Wynn with Carrington Financial Services. Tricon Construction.
Managers.
We have one of their upper level management people coming in to do one of the classes. Let's see.
We have the
Some of them are doing more than one
Contractors.
class, and I know we're going to have, I'm kind of excited about the last class this year, out of this session, called Forming a Business Identity in Marketing. That's a lot to take in, but we're going to have a guest speaker come in through the Connecticut Minority Supplier Development Council to come in and talk about how these contractors can build their identity. And some tips on marketing and getting their business off the ground, which, as you know, is an ongoing necessity for any business, not just the construction business.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that, all of that. The classes actually end at the last week of June. The 28th is what we call our final day. We have folks come in, professionals come in from the area. I think we'll have somebody slated to come in from Southern Connecticut University to talk. Greater New Haven Business and Professional, Spanish American Merchants Association. Of course, I will be there representing the Business Assistance Center, which offers ongoing assistance to anybody in the program.
I think it's critical, Bob, and I'm so glad that we added that component. It's really important to get the faces of the people who are providing technical assistance in front of this group of people, allow them to merge the relationships, and then also to bring in some of the folks or the entities in the greater New Haven area that are actually working on large-scale construction projects so that people can find out, what the requirements are, what they need to do to get from A to Z.
I know that's always been a problem in the past. And it's obviously, it's not just in this industry, but more so in construction. who are the players? Who do I talk to? I need to know some things. How do I get those answers? And hopefully we're going to be providing that information for them on how to do that. So we're excited.
We feel good about it.
So as you know, Carla, this is the second program that we're running. As we ran the first one in the fall of '06. When this is completed, it's not the end. We have one more program that we're going to run this fall. The dates aren't announced yet, but they will be. We expect that to be during the school season. Hopefully we'll get as much success out of that as this one. Hopefully, Carla, that won't be our last though. Maybe you could talk about that a little bit.
The initiative actually is geared towards supporting 30 empowerment zone contractors through the class as well as through additional technical assistance. However, Empowering Haven is always hopeful to expand its relationships and to recruit new funding to support the programs and longevity. We're always hopeful. We're always hoping that we can create new partnerships that will bring in more money. But initially, the program, this initiative at its start, was funded for 3 classes with 10 contractors per class.
Well, I think once the community sees how successful this program is, get some information and feedback from the participants, I think the community will be very interested in participating in keeping this as an ongoing program.
Empowering Haven is extremely enthusiastic
Right,
about that.
and we're going to try.
It's a great partnership.
Yeah. You know, Carla, another important component of this program, and it really works because we don't leave the students right after class. We don't just let them go and just kind of forget about them. We've actually opened 2 resource centers in the New Haven area, one in Fairhaven at the Spanish American Merchants and one in the DIXWELL area at Greater New Haven Business and Professional, where these emerging contractors and other emerging contractors can come and utilize resources, office resources like a telephone, a fax, email, copier, computer. I'm sure there's going to be some information on jobs, not jobs, but construction projects in the area, and links and networking connections to...
additional information on technical education and assistance that they can get. Plus, both of these centers are already fundamentally working with contractors, so it was quite natural for Empowering Haven and the Chamber to partner with them to create these business resource centers. In my mind, it only makes sense for someone who's really may possibly be operating out of their garage or one room in their home, is kind of running back and forth, may have an extensive cell phone bill, to provide some resources to decrease their actual business costs and get them into an environment that can help them and give them some technical assistance at the same time.
A business-focused environment. What are the hours on those locations?
9 in the morning till 7 p.m. at night on both centers.
And how many days a week?
They're open from Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, that's
The other thing I want to say, Bob, is that it's important that folks realize that these resource centers are not strictly for empowerment zone contractors that have completed the class.
Right, I mentioned that.
Open to any empowerment zone contractor that can demonstrate that they either reside in the zone or their business is located in the zone, or any contractor that may not be an empowerment zone contractor that happens to be working on a project that's located in the empowerment zone.
That's got to be a long list.
Huge benefit.
And I hope everybody takes advantage of it.
I hope
because
so.
we're offering it and there's no charge to the participants.
No fee at all.
Great. I think we should tell folks about the location of these resource centers. The one in Fairhaven is located at 235 Grand Avenue, as I said, at Spanish American Merchants Association. But the folks need to know that it's not just for Latinos in the area, it's for anyone. They're bilingual, and they're there to help. Frank Alvarado is their director, and I know how friendly he is when people come in.
He certainly is.
Yeah. The other location is at the DIXWELL PLAZA.
That's right.
On DIXWELL Avenue. If I'm not mistaken, it's 192 DIXWELL Avenue, thank you. And they're run by the great folks at the Greater New Haven Business and Professional Association, Joe Clark, Lynn Smart, and a whole host of other folks that are very helpful, have a lot of business acumen to lend to these folks to come to the program.
Absolutely, and the locations are great. They're both on commercial corridors, lots of traffic, easy to access.
And they both have parking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, Carl.